Howdy folks, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Hearts of Iron number 4. Currently playing, of course, as South Africa. Let's carry on from where we left off in that particular era. Alright, took a second to load, but there we are. What do we got at the moment? We got naval combat ongoing here. That's basically combat between our submarines, and in this instance a bunch of convoy elements, so transports. Let's have a look at our production queue here. We are working on rocket sites in various different locations. We're working on naval bases in various different locations. We're looking to repair some facilities as well, it looks like. I'm going to basically prioritize those just to basically get hopefully a bit more material up and running quicker. Yeah, so I'm basically doing the repairs first before I'm doing the remainder. As you can see, I got a whole bunch of different factories still lined up. Let's see what we can get done here. It looks to be a civilian factory that we're basically focusing in on. Let's prioritize at least that maintenance or the repair of the infrastructure. Let's purely focus on this instance on the actual factories there. Alright, I think that the music is a little bit on the loud side, so I'm just going to briefly go into the game options. Apologies. And reduce the music volume quite substantially. Right, where are we basically still busy here? We got here various different naval army units, as you'll see. We got no invasions of any sort here, so this is all basically owned by the Axis. All Africa's ours, except maybe a few islands here off the coast, but yeah, nothing major there. We have got a few instances here in Europe, or we had a few instances in Europe where we basically had Americans invading and that kind of stuff. So I basically have moved some of my armies around. So this one is still en route to here. Sorry, this one here is already in this part of the world. The question is, do I want to basically move these units here into that square there to basically try to push them out entirely? I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm quite inclined to basically move them to there. Yeah, let's move them to there. Let's let the other units deal with this invasion here. As you can see, the Germans here are also fighting against the Czechs. I guess the Czechs. Yeah, because Czechoslovakia itself is no more. We now have got the Slovaks here. The Slovakians, they've got a fair number of units there, don't they? Are they actually engaged in the war? They are engaged in the war. What's the war with whom? It's a whole range of different people. It's a Reichsprotectorate. Slovakia is supporting German Reich through a land lease. Oh, okay. Interesting. Unfulfilled import requests. What are we basically suffering from? Well, I actually don't have anything that basically is too big an issue, it looks like. The Irish unit is about to move into there. This will be interesting. Irish units attacking our armored units here. And they're suffering quite a bit of organizational loss there, it looks like. Which is good. They're not able to penetrate. Okay, actually it says they can penetrate. That is a bit of a bummer. But still, fighting against armored units like this, that still makes it slightly harder to do. Okay, so we're suffering in terms of transport of iron, it looks like. Let's import from these guys here. Actually, it's already resolved. Okay. these guys here. I actually don't even need transports for that. So we're reducing it slightly. Means I need less convoys for that. Convoys can of course be intercepted. Reporting 8 will require 6. Oh, these are estimates. Okay. Okay. Am I still importing this? I don't think so. Nope. Tungsten, am I importing that? No. It's good. I should have just looked at the figures here, shouldn't I? So aluminum, we're basically at a good level, it looks like. Let's attack that square there. Looks like there's a bit of a heap of units there, so if we can deal with those, that'd be great. Looks like that square there is empty at the moment. Let's see what this Vichy France unit can find out there. Not sure why there's that color shade there. The grey with the... let's have a look. Vichy France. Are they a puppet? No? Has military access to the Philippines. Interesting. We have some naval successes here. Of course, we took out those 12 units. That makes sense. We are suffering some shortages here. Our convoys with Japan are being intercepted. Chukia, what else could we do? We could go. Oh, let's pause that for a second. National focus. Well, this one we can actually import from, in this instance, Siam, without actually having to use any convoys. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to reduce this one by one level further. I will be suffering a shortage now, it looks like. So where else can I get units from? I can get some from there, and that's too little. I need something that, some country that can export more. I can get more from there, it looks like. Plus from there, let's see what that does. In the meantime, I basically completed the armor effort. And the armor effort was one of the ones that we had down here. Retain experienced pilots, that's a good one to basically get, I guess. So that's on my new table of wishes. Alright, we were fighting here in Cherbourg. We got units getting closer, which is good. Still down by a couple, so where else can we get some stuff from? Free France. Well, I don't think that's going to work. Let's get them from here. Hungary cancelled their land lease. Okay. We're not doing amazingly well here, it looks like, but they are suffering quite a bit of organizational loss. Necessarily suffering lots in terms of manpower loss, but still. These are Dutch units, it looks like. Low supply. Bases in low supply, interesting. Okay. Okay. We're suffering supply losses. Something's in here. We should be able to take these guys on. Even though we are basically low on supplies, they are suffering from low morale. So I'm kind of hoping that will work in our favor. Little bits of Belgium have been liberated, it looks like. Yeah, we're at war with various different parties. Overall, basically it's going 31% in our favor. Number of divisions on in use. We are not at the top of the list, which is fine. War participation is, we are participating for 9%. Japan. Ooh, Japan is suffering losses, which is bad. The United States is actually contributing the largest part, it looks like. Right, if we can just defeat these two units here, then they would be added Cherbourg. Should be great. Now, the fact that the Americans are winning and Japan is losing stuff. Look at that, the Dutch. What is this? The Dutch. Is that the Dutch or Southeast Indies? They've invaded something there. Manila. So this is still free, but that's Japanese, it looks like. At least there are Japanese units around here. Interesting. That's the Australians have invaded part of that, as well as here, it looks like. Australia has controlled part of that. Australia itself is still free, it looks like. The Dutch are attacking Japanese convoys. Interesting. Some some Japanese controlled, some are actually United Kingdom controlled. And of course American controlled. Japan still got that massive chunk over there, but on the actual land side here, everything seems to be okay at the moment. It's really on the islands that things are happening. British Malaysia. Alright, let's go back to this unit here, where we were fighting here in Cherbourg. There's fighting happening here in is it Brittany? Yeah, Brittany. Get all these units here involved as well. Yeah, I don't really think that's gonna work. Which unit's gonna get there first? Let's check out what happened here. We were able to take out one Dutch unit. Let's go back up to France again. Still got units en route here, and these are infantry units that are en route. It's fine. We're doing quite well here, it looks like. Yeah, even though we are suffering losses, we're also able to push these units out, it looks like. Now I suspect that they'll actually be retreating into the sea there. Ah, American units are retreating there. That's good. We are being attacked here by an infantry unit. Ah, because of course our reinforcement coming in. 9% reinforcement chance. Or at least 9% chance of actually moving to the front line. Let's move down here. It's a bit overburdened, the supply lines up there. Cool. We were able to take these units out. Let's go back to Lorient. We got more invasions of Europe happening by Americans and so forth. Doesn't look like it. Naval combat is occurring here again between our submarines, and of course further units there. Let's have a brief look at actually what we got available here. This is a small group without any leader here. Send them out as well. Convoy raiding. We're basically stopping any traffic in this section here, basically. What I probably should start doing as well is saying Gulf of Guinea. Where's the Gulf of Guinea? Ah, there. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, look at that. German Reich has basically generated 183%. The Netherlands has capitulated. Greater Portugal has joined. Good. In terms of research, anything interesting happening there? Yeah, we're working on the improved engine there. What are we doing in terms of production here? Am I producing any of the actual jet fighters already? That's a naval bomber. Do I need to produce naval bombers? Probably not. Let's get rid of them. Close air support is what we're building already. Fighters Mark III is what we're building. We need for reinforcements a fair number of them. So I'm going to increase the production level of that. Let's pause that for a second. Improved artillery upgrade, level 1. Improved artillery upgrade, level 2. Let's work on that. Let's in the meantime also have a look at actually production of other units. So let's have a look. Can we actually build some kind of jet fighters already? Rocket interceptor, yeah. Okay. As you can see, our air experience is really, really high. It's capped at 500, so that's cool. Am I building any of the rocket interceptors now? No. Actually, what I'm doing here, Mark 1s. Yeah, that's cool. Let's leave that as is. Let's move that up though. Alright, medium tanks, they are in the queue as well. Yeah, that's the Mark 1 we're building. Let's see how I can improve the Mark 1 even further. I don't necessarily need to increase range, or do I? Range is 1300. Looks like a good upgrade. Let's go to the Mark IIs then. Needed for upgrades. They're not needed for reinforcements. This is needed for a move to reserve. That I'm kind of saying I don't really need to produce any at the moment, which I agree with, which allows me to focus more on the actual production of fighters and of course tanks and so forth. This is being stockpiled, that is being stockpiled. Let's reduce the production of weapons to some extent. I'm running short of rubber, it looks like. No template for medium tanks. Well, okay, that's fine. I can work on that. quite a few light tanks there for reinforcement. Let's keep that level there. More of these tanks, and then ultimately afterwards we're going to go for the rocket interceptors. For now I'm running short of aluminum, it looks like. So we need to start importing some more from some parties. Vichy France, potentially, yeah. I need to import some more oil as well. Have we got any friends who might be able to export some stuff to us? Peru, Iran. Let's go for Iran. And Italy as well. That should resolve that situation, and then ultimately from this one here, importing more rubber. Alright. In terms of that template that we're talking about, to destroy more of those Dutch things there. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually build on a new design. Do I have any motorized divisions already? Let's have a look through my army list here. So this is basically my district force. I don't think I've got any pure motorized. No, I don't. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to bastardize this one slightly. Yes, I do want to basically have this. Armored battalion, I can add them to there. Motorized artillery, mechanized infantry. Ooh, what is it that we're building there? Is it medium? I think it is. We're building a medium. But have I actually researched better than that? Modern tank is what it's called. That is the... I'm building here the Comet. Modern tank. Okay. Let's go back to that design. We're adding here the modern tank to there. Let's add some light tanks to there as well. Then of course we do want to add some other units types to here. Engineering, logistics. I don't have any maintenance, it looks like. Recon. Ah, we got ourselves a new ace. Right, for the moment we're going to basically change this here to be that kind of icon. No, that's not what we want to do. We're editing this one. That went so nicely until we got rudely interrupted there, which is not good. Logistics. Field hospital as well, plus engineering, and we also want to have a recon. Okay, icon we were changing to that one. Actually, let's change that to, yeah, that one is fine. Save that. Basically plant them. You can only do that there further down south, isn't it? We can't put them anywhere else, so let's put them in here. We need motorized, we need modern tanks, we need light tanks. Perfect. They're gonna do a Lend-Lease. Yeah, quite happy with that. We got unassigned divisions. Is that all 3 of these, or is it only that one? Right, we're gonna assign this one here, which is fine, and then we're basically gonna move them up north. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Back to there, that list. Paused again for a second. Engineering company is upgraded. Perfect. So this guy. Here. Perfect. What are we going to research now? We really need some, of course, maintenance companies. Because yeah, if I'm going to do anything with my tanks, I have to maintain them properly, which I haven't been doing properly. Alright. Bit more naval success in this instance, the Philippines. Destroyed some of their convoys. We got another naval battle ongoing here with this, still the same Filipino units, it looks like. Let's keep an eye on things here. What have we got on the front line here? Right. What these guys got? Template. Ooh. That's probably why. We should really upgrade that template, shouldn't we? Alright. Production, I need to adjust my production slightly. Quite a bit more support equipment. I really have outdated designs here, don't I? Really should put a field hospital there, as well as maybe some yeah, support equipment, logistics, that kind of stuff. Anyways, ooh, there's going to be motorized, which is good. More motorized, which is perfect. I was looking to get some motorized. So, am I getting motorized? Yes, I am. But I, of course, have that shortage because I'm producing units. But that's fine. Let's go back to our armies here. Any difference? I hope it will. There's quite a bit of a big contingent there, it looks like. These guys are just not doing anything at the moment. Alright, I guess for today that's been pretty much it. Been a nice episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you, of course, on the next episode. In the meantime, take care, folks. Bye-bye.